super pumped to share this exciting new game with you all. It's called Dwarf Hold Simulator. I've heard great things about it, and I can't wait to dive into the world of dwarven craftsmanship and strategy game. So grab your pickaxes and hammer, because we're about to embark on an epic adventure together. Let's do this! Alright, my treasures, it's time to choose our fearless leader for our Dwarf Hold. We have 3 options to choose from: a Thane, a Forge Master, or a Pathfinder. Each of these heroes brings unique skills and abilities to the table, so let's break down each option and see which one is the best fit for our team. First up, we have the Thane. This noble dwarf is an expert at managing resources and keeping order within the hold. He's a natural leader and can rally his troops to victory in times of crisis. His strategic mind and strong command presence make him a valuable asset to any dwarf hold. However, he may lack the physical prowess needed to defend the hold against enemy attacks. Next, we have the Forge Master. This skilled artisan is a master of metalworking and can create powerful weapons and armor for our forces. His expertise in smithing and engineering will allow us to build fortifications and defenses that can withstand even the most formidable enemies. However, his focus on crafting may leave him vulnerable in combat situations. Finally, we have the Pathfinder. This intrepid explorer is an expert in navigation and exploration. Her knowledge of the surrounding terrain and hidden secrets will allow us to discover valuable resources and allies throughout the land. Her ability to scout out enemy positions and plan ambushes will keep our foes on their toes. However, her solo adventures may leave her ill-prepared for larger battles that require a coordinated effort. Thanks for chiming in with your suggestions, Mealworm. You always have such great ideas, and I appreciate your input. After considering your advice, I think I'm gonna go with the Pathfinder for our Dwarf Hold leader. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want to be led by a badass dwarf lady who can navigate through treacherous landscapes and outsmart our enemies? It's gonna be such a fun playthrough, and I can't wait to see where our journey takes us. Thank you again for your contribution, and let's get this show on the road. It's time to begin building our Dwarf Hold. Let's call it Stone Keep. Our first priority should be gathering resources to strengthen our defenses and support our growing population. To do this, we need to train some miners to extract precious metals and minerals from the earth. With their hard work and dedication, we'll soon have enough materials to construct buildings and arm our troops. In addition to training our miners, I also want to send our Pathfinder on a reconnaissance mission to explore the surrounding area. There may be valuable resources and ancient relics hidden among the caverns, and our Pathfinder's keen eyes and sharp instincts will help us locate them. Oi blimey! It looks like our Pathfinder has stumbled upon a veritable treasure trove of mithril. This rare and valuable mineral is highly sought after by dwarfs everywhere, and its discovery could mean a significant boost to our economy and military capabilities. With access to this precious resource, we'll be able to forge the strongest weapons and armor imaginable, giving us a major advantage over our enemies. I'm sending some of our miners to collect as much of this precious material as possible, so we can put it to good use. In addition to our mining efforts, I'm also building a blacksmith to turn this mithril into powerful weapons and armor for our troops. This will greatly enhance our defensive capabilities and ensure the safety of our people. And speaking of defense, I'm also constructing a barracks to train more soldiers and prepare for any threats that may come our way. With these new additions to our hold, we're well on our way to becoming a formidable force in the mountains. Excellent! Now that we have our new blacksmith and barracks up and running, it's time to start training our dwarven warriors. These brave men will be the backbone of our defense, and their skill and determination will ensure the safety of our hold. As they train, I'll also be researching advanced forging techniques at the blacksmith, specifically focusing on creating weapons and armor made from mithril. This rare and valuable material will give our troops an edge in battle, making them even more formidable opponents. With all of these improvements, Stonekeep is truly becoming a force to be reckoned with. Our first dwarven warrior is trained. Their toughness and prowess in battle make them a valuable asset to our forces. Armed with a two-handed axe and clad in light armor, they're ready to take on whatever challenges come their way. But it's not just their physical strength that sets them apart. Their ability to shout gives a temporary attack bonus to all of our allies nearby, making them even more effective in combat. And with their cleave ability, they can take down multiple enemies at once in melee combat, further demonstrating their combat prowess. This is certainly intriguing. A massive rumbling beneath the mountains.it could be anything, really. But I think it's worth investigating further. After all, we wouldn't want any unexpected surprises lurking around our hold, would we? So, I'll instruct my Pathfinder to follow the sound and try to locate its source. Oh wow, a dragon! That's quite the sight to behold. But I must admit, encountering a dragon is no small matter. Disturbing it could lead to serious consequences, both for myself and for the hold. On the other hand, dragons are known to hoard treasures, and who knows what kind of riches this one might possess. It's a difficult decision, but I think it's best to return to Stonekeep and report my findings. Better to gather reinforcements and plan our course of action before approaching the dragon again. Our little dwarf hold is starting to shape up nicely. Thanks to my amazing Pathfinder leader, we managed to find some sweet mithril early on, which allowed us to beef up our unit's weapon and armor strength like nobody's business. We've got 3 badass dwarven warriors now. Talk about a force to be reckoned with. And the best part? Our hold is looking pretty sharp too, thanks to our upgraded barracks and blacksmith. Can you say progress? I knew you could. So yeah, things are going great here at Stonekeep. While our dwarven warriors are formidable fighters, they could certainly benefit from some ranged support. That's why I've decided to train some dwarven archers to join our ranks. These skilled marksmen will be able to pick off enemies from afar, giving our warriors more time to close in for the kill. In addition to bolstering our military forces, I've also sent my trusty Pathfinder back out on scouting duty. With her keen senses and sharp wit, she'll be able to gather valuable intel on nearby settlements and potential threats. This information will be crucial in helping me make informed decisions about where to expand and how to best defend our dwarf hold. As we continue to grow and prosper, it's essential that we invest in our infrastructure and defense systems. That's why I'm going to start training more miners to help extract precious resources from the surrounding area. As for research, I'm torn between focusing on our military might, increasing resource production, or fortifying our defenses. What do you think, my treasured viewers? Which research path should I prioritize? Mealworm, always full of great advice. You're absolutely right, a strong army is the backbone of any successful dwarf fortress. It's crucial that we're prepared to defend ourselves against any potential threats. So, based on your sage wisdom, I'll prioritize military research for now. Thank you for your insight, my dear goblin friend. Look at that, my first dwarven archer is fully trained and ready to join the fray. With their expert marksmanship, they'll surely prove to be a valuable asset to our fighting force. Speaking of which, I've started researching advanced military training to upgrade our barracks. This will allow us to recruit even more powerful units in the future. Additionally, I've started researching longbows at the blacksmith to give our archers an added edge in battle. Oi blimey! We've got a group of hostile orcs from the Firefang tribe heading towards Stone Keep. The squad is made up of goblins, goblin raiders, and orc grunts. Our Pathfinder managed to spot them before they noticed her, but we must act quickly if we want to ensure the safety of our dwarf hold. I've made my decision. It's time to take the fight directly to the orcs. My dwarven warriors and archers will charge head-on into combat, engaging the enemy front line and forcing them to face us mano a mano. Meanwhile, our cunning Pathfinder will use her stealth skills to sneak up behind the orcs and strike from the rear, creating a pincer movement that should leave the invaders no escape. Let's show these Firefang brutes that they've picked a fight with the wrong dwarf hold. Hostile orcs cannot simply barge into our territory without facing severe consequences. We've sent a clear message to the Firefang tribe. Mess with us, and you'll face the wrath of our unbreakable spirit and unmatched skill in battle. Well, look at all that loot we've acquired from those misguided orcs. Gold, wood, and ores, not to mention the enchanted arcane barrage dagger. Now, who would be better suited to wield this magical weapon than our very own Pathfinder? Her agility and stealth abilities make her the perfect candidate to make use of this newfound power. With the arcane barrage in hand, she'll be able to attack from range with arcane blasts upon our enemies from afar, giving our forces an extra edge in battle. It seems our little skirmish has caught the attention of the orcish warlord himself. His rage over our victory is palpable, and is threatening to annihilate Stone Keep and slaughter every last one of us. On top of that, he has the audacity to demand our precious adamantine mine. Oh, how dare he! But fear not, my treasures, for we shall stand tall and united against this tyrant and his minions. We may be outnumbered, but we are resilient, brave, and fiercely protective of our home. So let the orcish warlord come, we'll show him the true meaning of dwarven resolve. Advanced military training is complete. Our humble barracks can now produce two formidable units, the Mounting Guard and the Bombardier. Allow me to explain their unique attributes and uses on the battlefield. First, let's talk about the Mounting Guard. These stalwart defenders boast high defense and possess the armor-breaking ability, allowing them to shatter their foes' defenses and deal increased damage. Additionally, their border guard talent amplifies their damage output when fighting near structures owned by the player. While they might be a bit pricey to train, their defensive prowess and powerful attacks make them more than worth the investment. Now, for the Bombardier. This explosive expert specializes in throwing dynamite and causing chaos wherever they go. Their explosives can decimate enemy ranks, tear through terrain, and even bring down buildings. However, they are quite fragile and have a slower attack speed compared to other units. Despite these drawbacks, their power on the battlefield cannot be denied. It's essential to utilize them strategically to maximize their potential. Given the recent events and the threat posed by the orcish warlord, I believe it's wise to invest in a Mounting Guard unit. Their high defense and ability to break through enemy armor will undoubtedly prove useful in any future encounters. As for our next course of action, I propose we start researching watchtowers. These fortified structures will allow us to keep a constant eye on the surrounding area, ensuring that we're always prepared for any hostile orc patrols that may approach Stone Keep. By investing in both physical strength and strategic vigilance, we'll be better equipped to face whatever challenges lie ahead. A human wizard seeking our assistance in defeating a dragon and retrieving an ancient runestone. Well, what an intriguing proposition. Since they wish only to claim the runestone and leave the rest of the dragon's hoard for us, And given that they'll be joining our forces for a limited time, I see no reason why we shouldn't accept this offer. After all, it's not every day we get the chance to collaborate with a wizard and slay a dragon. We'll be able to focus on training our newly acquired mountain guard units while preparing for this epic battle. Well, my dearest, darling treasures, it appears our hard work and determination have paid off. Our first mountain guard is fully trained and ready to join the fight, and we've formed an alliance with the mysterious human wizard, Eldrad. Together, we stand stronger and more prepared than ever before. But let us recap our previous escapades in the world of Dwarf Hold Simulator. As you may recall, our Dwarf Hold, Stonekeep, found itself embroiled in a precarious situation involving the Fire Fang Orc tribe. However, through cunning strategy and unyielding fortitude, we managed to defuse the potential conflict. In addition to this tumultuous affair, we also came to an agreement with the esteemed human wizard, Eldrad. He sought our assistance in recovering an ancient runestone guarded by a fearsome dragon. With our combined might and wisdom, we shall surely overcome any obstacle that stands in our way. As we progress through our journey, my treasures, it's time for us to discuss our strategic plans moving forward. First off, I believe should train another formidable mountain guard from our barracks. These stout defenders of our hold are essential to maintain our security and ensure our dwarf hold remains a bastion of strength and resilience. In addition to bolstering our military forces, I propose that we research senatorial management. This valuable research will enable us to train dwarf senators, a highly effective diplomatic worker unit. The senator has the unique ability to take control of defeated enemy settlements, allowing us to expand our influence and further solidify our dominance in the region. Furthermore, they can construct new buildings on the map, facilitating the growth and development of our dwarf hold. Lastly, the presence of a senator within our hold significantly boosts the morale of our hardworking miners, ensuring their continued productivity and efficiency. Ooh, what splendid news we have received! Our diligent efforts in fostering a strong and formidable military force have paid off, as one of our esteemed soldiers, Brom, has achieved the prestigious rank of Dwarf Marshal. Truly, this is a momentous occasion for our dwarf hold, and I couldn't be prouder. Brom's dedication to both military prowess and diplomacy has set him apart from the rest, making him the perfect candidate for this exalted position. As the sole holder of the title, Brom will command our forces with unwavering determination and skill. Fortune has certainly smiled upon us with the recent random event of our esteemed Dwarf Marshal, Brom. His exceptional leadership skills grants a morale boost to units around him. Much like our esteemed ally, the human wizard Eldrad, the Dwarf Marshal, Brom is a powerful unique unit. Unique units can only be obtained through events. Their death is permanent, and unique units cannot be easily retrained like generic troops, making these unique units valuable assets for our hold. So, let us tread carefully and strategically, ever mindful of the priceless value that both Brom and Eldrad bring to our endeavors. With another formidable mountain guard fully trained and raring to go, it's high time we put their prowess to the test. Let's set our sights on the dragon's lair and prepare ourselves for this thrilling expedition. Our squad is more than capable of handling whatever challenges lay ahead. While our courageous dwarven forces embarks on their perilous journey to face the dragon, I shall monitor Stonekeep's situation. To ensure our forces' safety, I'm putting our Pathfinder leader on high alert, keeping a vigilant eye out for any potential threats or ambushes along the way. In the meantime, with the completed research of senatorial management, I'll focus on training our first dwarf senator. Our hold stands to benefit greatly from the versatile abilities of this diplomatic powerhouse. Additionally, I've initiated the construction of a temple of stone. Once complete, this sacred structure will allow us to train dwarven clerics, who possess unique healing powers and divine blessings. I have decided to invest our resources into researching two vital advancements: advanced light magic and basic enlightenment. Once unlocked, these technologies will significantly enhance the capabilities of our beloved dwarven clerics. With advanced light magic, our clerical adepts will gain access to powerful spells, amplifying their healing and support capabilities. On the other hand, basic enlightenment will provide mental fortitude and wisdom, making our clerics even more formidable in any combat scenario. These investments promise to strengthen our hold's defenses and overall stability. Our first dwarf senator is now fully trained and ready to serve our dwarf hold. It's time to utilize their unique abilities to our advantage. I've assigned a small group of diligent dwarf miners to accompany our esteemed senator. Together, they will scout the area and identify the perfect location for the construction of a strategic watchtower. This tower will grant us an unparalleled vantage point, allowing us to keep a keen eye on our surroundings and maintain our hold's security. Ah, my treasures, the moment we've been waiting for has arrived. Our intrepid Pathfinder and their brave forces have finally reached the dragon's den. As we engage this fearsome creature, I've carefully positioned our forces for optimal effectiveness. The mighty dwarf marshal, Bron, leads our front line alongside our stalwart mountain guards. Meanwhile, our skilled archer provides crucial ranged support from afar. Our Pathfinder and the wise human wizard, Eldrad, stand at the ready to cast their magical spells when necessary. Together, we shall confront this dragon and prove our mettle in battle. Victory is ours. My dearest treasures, I'm overjoyed to announce that we have emerged victorious against the ferocious dragon. Though we suffered losses among our ranks. Alas, 3 brave dwarf warriors fell in battle. Their valiant efforts ensured that we dealt the most significant damage to the creature. Their sacrifice was not in vain, and their contribution to our victory cannot be understated. It seems our collaboration with the human wizard, Eldrad, has borne fruitful results. We have successfully acquired the ancient runestone he sought, and his gratitude is evident in his words. While he embarks on his next journey, we bid him farewell, knowing that our paths may cross again in the future. The spoils of our victory are truly breathtaking. Not only have we managed to acquire valuable resources and rare items, but we've also discovered a magnificent artifact, the mounting keg. When equipped by our Pathfinder leader, this extraordinary item grants a considerable boost to both leadership and attack for our dwarf units. What a splendid addition to our arsenal! Let us revel in our newfound strength and use these advantages to further secure our dwarf hold's safety and dominance. With our Pathfinder's forces on their way back to Stonekeep, I return my attention to the ongoing developments within our dwarf hold. I am pleased to find that our Temple of Stone has been completed. It's time to train our first dwarven cleric, whose divine powers will undoubtedly bolster our defenses and provide much-needed healing during times of conflict. Speaking of conflicts, I should check in on our dwarf senator and their squad. They must be making good progress on surveying potential watchtower locations. This vantage point appears ideal for the construction of our new watchtower. With our dwarf senator's guidance, I order them to commence building this critical structure. To expedite the process, I'll assign the diligent dwarf miners to aid in the construction of the designated plot. This strategic location will allow us to detect any potential aggression from the Fire Fang Orc tribe, enabling us to respond swiftly and decisively to any threats they may pose. Our first dwarven cleric is now fully trained and prepared to serve our dwarf hold. Once our Pathfinder's forces return back to Stonekeep, they will have access to this skilled healer, ensuring their well-being and readiness for future endeavors. Of Dwarf Hold Simulator, picking up right where we left off during our previous escapade. I can hardly contain my excitement at the prospect of exploring new depths, discovering hidden riches, and expanding our thriving dwarven community. So fasten your mining helmets, my treasures, and prepare yourself for an unforgettable adventure. I'm eager to catch up with my trusted Pathfinder and her squad. It seems our Pathfinder's Eagle Eye's ability has spotted something rather intriguing. A group of humans nearby. These neutral travelers consist of a human steward, a few hardy human soldiers, and industrious human workers. They appear to be on a mission of expansion or exploration, possibly seeking an alliance with our mighty dwarven clan. As our Pathfinder's squad draws nearer to the human forces, I instruct them to proceed cautiously. Upon being noticed, we receive a message from none other than their leader, the King of Talda himself. He seeks peaceful coexistence, open trade relations, and wishes to establish a non-aggression pact with our very own Stone Keep. This proposal certainly holds promise for prosperity and security, so I wholeheartedly accept his offer. An alliance with the Kingdom of Talda may indeed prove to be a wise decision for both parties. Let us toast to the potential friendship between our two great factions. Time for our Pathfinder and her squad to return to Stone Keep. As they make their way back, I shall switch back to overseeing the day-to-day operations of our bustling Dwarf Hold. With the possibility of increased trade and potential allies on the horizon, it's essential that we bolster our defenses and enhance our military capabilities. To this end, I have decided to train a contingent of skilled dwarf archers from our barracks. Their prowess with bow and arrow will undoubtedly serve us well in any future encounters. In addition to training our dwarf archers, I believe it's time to invest in the construction of a dedicated workshop within Stone Keep. This facility will allow us to develop and produce advanced siege weapons when the need arises. Furthermore, I shall initiate research into the cannon manual, ensuring that we possess the knowledge necessary to construct formidable cannons in the future. By staying ahead of the curve in terms of technology and weaponry, we fortify our position as a force to be reckoned with among the various factions in this vast and ever-changing world. A distressing report has reached me from our watchtower. It appears that a warband of hostile Fire Fang tribe orcs has been detected lurking near Stone Keep's borders. My Pathfinder's forces are still quite some distance away, leaving us with limited options for immediate defense. Within Stone Keep, we currently have Senator's squad of resilient miners at the watchtower and a single devout cleric in Stone Keep. While these brave souls are more than capable individuals, they may struggle against a full-scale orcish assault. In light of this new information, I must carefully assess the strength and intentions of our unwelcome visitors. Upon further examination, it becomes apparent that this orc warband consists primarily of skilled assassins and nimble goblin wolf riders, geared towards swift hit-and-run tactics. It would seem that they aim to exploit any perceived weaknesses in our defenses for easy pickings. Our watchtower, however, proves to be a formidable deterrent, effectively deterring the orcs from launching a direct attack. Fortunately, they remain unaware of the absence of archers stationed within the tower. For now, let us hope that their curiosity does not lead them to probe deeper into our defenses. I breathe a sigh of relief as the orc warband retreats without attempting to assail our watchtower. Our courageous senator and his band of miners remain safe for now. Returning my focus to Stone Keep, I am pleased to see that one of our newly trained archers has completed their training at the barracks. It's high time we bolstered our defenses by training additional archers to garrison in the watchtower. This strategic placement will ensure that any future threats are met with a strong and decisive response. With the return of our Pathfinder squad, I decide that it's crucial for them to rest and recuperate after their long journey. Our trusty dwarf cleric will tend to their wounds and provide much-needed healing magic. Excitement fills the air as I receive news of a truly remarkable development. One of our own, a talented dwarf named Numi, has been selected to assume the pivotal role of master mechanic. With exceptional skills in engineering, Numi promises to be an indispensable asset to our endeavors. As the master mechanic, Numi can enhance the potency of our siege weapons. Furthermore, This invaluable individual can expertly operate and command siege weapons directly from our workshop, making them an absolute necessity when leading artillery into battle. Well, treasures, it's with a heavy heart that I must bid you farewell for now. Our adventure in Dwarf Hold Simulator has been nothing short of exhilarating, and I am ever so grateful for your company along the way. Remember, my treasures, that even though the screen separates us, our connection remains as strong as ever. Until next time, treasures, stay adventurous, and remember, never underestimate the power of friendship, determination, and laughter. So long for now, and happy dwarvening!